Would you like to live surrounded by skeletons and skulls? Well, someone did, as you will discover in this Zigzag episode. The skeleton you're looking at belonged to a man full of contradictions. In his time, he was as famous as D'Annunzio, Caruso, or Marconi, read, translated, debated all over the world. A scientist obsessed with facts, measurements, statistics, yet blinded by prejudice and superstition. Like a superhero, he thought he could free the world from evil. But, surprisingly enough, he failed. We're in Turin's Museum of Criminal Anthropology, and this is Cesare Lombroso's skeleton, probably the only museum in the world dedicated to a colossal failure. Definitely the creepiest on the planet. Back in 1870, Lombroso took a wrong turn and never came back. He spent his whole life perfecting his error, writing about it, touring the whole world with it. He even found a whole new science, criminal anthropology. It was built on the misconception that evil hid somewhere in the human body and that that place could be found. It all began with a skull. The skull of a brigand named Villella, where Lombroso thought he found, in a tiny hollow at the base of the cranium, the birthplace of crime itself. From there came his theory of criminal atavism. Outlaws were primitive humans stuck at an earlier stage of evolution. This is the sad and unusual story of a life spent chasing a white whale, a tale of science and its mistakes, because sometimes even science is mistaken. Cesare Lombroso, the man who chased evil and the creepiest of museums. The world just fell in love with Lombroso's theory, and he became a star. Finally, a scientific way to spot criminals, maybe even before they commit a crime. A simple answer to a complex problem. Probably too simple. Definitely too good to be true. But how very seducing. Just think about it. A little anatomical sign that allows to spot evil and thus obliterate it. The utopia of a world freed of crooks. Perhaps it was want of fame. Perhaps it was megalomania. Perhaps scientific intoxication. Or perhaps a mix of all this blinded and derailed Lombroso, although at the start he was moved by a genuine impulse to improve society and the world he lived in. Fortunately, Lombroso's ideas had little real impact on laws, courts, and justice. And yet, here's another paradox. They had many consequences, most of them positive. His student, Salvatore Ottolenghi, went on to found modern forensic science and was the founder of Italian scientific police. Lombroso had many other interests besides criminals. He fought anti-Semitism, supported women's rights, studied mental illness. His curiosity was endless and sincere. His collection here at the museum proves it. Skulls, no less than 650. Wax masks. Skeletons. Photos and drawings of vintage tattoos. At first, he collected all sorts of material himself, roaming battlefields and hospitals. Well, that's spooky. But after he became a celebrity, colleagues, amateurs, and enthusiasts started sending him their findings. For the enhancement of science, of course. Here's the first collection in the world of art made by inmates and psychiatric patients. Look at this impressive and unique display of jars. Jars that were used in prison to drink water. They carry all the anger, frustrations, and despair of their owner. You can almost hear their cries. They are pleading for freedom, for justice. Lombroso was the first to deem them worth of attention. His arsenal is spectacular. Blades concealed in crucifix, keys and passepartout, weapons found on the criminal scene. Lombroso's daughters remember how, year after year, the house got crammed with photos, skulls, skeletons. Eerie, isn't it? It soon became vital to find a place to display and store this bizarre collection. The result is this strange, fascinating chamber. Part science museum, part freak show, part cabinet of curiosities. Where his studio has been faithfully reconstructed. A crossroad between reason and superstition, progress and delusion. Even today, we leave this place with the same question Lombroso couldn't answer. Where does evil come from?